allow the individuals with special needs that I care for in Happy Valley to be able to ride the lift. They are prevented from riding the lift because we are 3/4 of a mile away from the boundary. I believe the boundary is there because people on the top of Mount Scott don't ride the Trimet bus. And so why send buses up there? So they moved the boundary, which to me is a reasonable thing, but it affected the lift. And so I called Trimet, and I have a, what do you call it, a complaint or a request in. I kept calling to find out about my complaint and request, and after a while I thought, this isn't going anywhere. There's no time frame on replying to my request. So I thought, I'll call the Department of Transportation, because the lift is transportation. So this week I called the Department of Transportation and got a hold of a gal, and although I had a meeting in Salem this morning, I got an email at the end of the day yesterday saying there was a board meeting today for Trimet. And so here I am, and my request is that you would perhaps look into my situation for my fellows and expedite the request if they could ride the lift. We do pay the tax. My staff all pay the tax, and they love the lift. Secondly, I request a policy to be put in place for a time frame so that when we have a request like this, we can just get it done. And then lastly, the lift drivers are afraid to drive up my driveway to pick up my guys, but my guys can't walk down the driveway because they're not able to. And there's plenty of room up there. We have a nature park, and there's lots of parking, but the beginning of it looks kind of narrow, so they're afraid to drive up, and they say it's street only. So even if you advocate for me to get the guys on the lift, they still can't ride it if the lift doesn't park by the house. So
I think I've heard those calls.
Thank you. Maybe we have staff.